Hi, welcome to the Great Big Made by Marley week. What are we going to be doing this week? It's a whole 10 days really of videos all the way till the following Sunday. Each day you'll either get a stenciling project, a decoupage project, how to apply decoupage paper in different ways, how to stencil in different ways, what to stencil on. I think there's enough little sneak peeks here on this image just that you can see there's going to be a lot going on this week. Keep watching, there'll be something every day, and Martin and I both say hi and we hope you like the new products because the new stencils are coming too. Okay, this is the first project of Made by Marley week and it's a very strange one. This is my little haul. I've stripped it bare of all the decor. It looks bad because I think everything was kind of hiding it. I'm going to be taking this paper off of these doors. What don't I like about it? Well, most things, it's the only room in our house that isn't bougie. It's just a sort of thoroughfare which takes you to the lounge, one of the bathrooms and upstairs and things. So it's a very small space. So today I'm going to be doing it up, giving it a bougie new set of clothes, and I am going to be using the Rock the Kasbah Stencils, which I'm throwing everywhere. Try that again. So, where can I show them?
Just hold it up in front of you. Is it good enough? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first one. Second one. And third one. Yeah, but before I can get to any of these fun parts, and this is the horrible part of doing anything, is I want to paint the walls. How am I going to paint the walls? Well, I'm a furniture artist, so I'm going to paint my walls in here the way I would paint furniture. What colours I'm going to be using? I'm going to be using, now before I get into this really, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to tape up all around the edges because I don't intend to do my ceiling today. I do intend to do the gloss work on that window.
And I don't want to do it either.
No, we really haven't got time for this. So this is just a fleeting fast, but I'm going to try my best to do a really nice job. So I'll just move that box. What colours am I using? I'm using Primer Red, which is this reddy orange. No, it's not an orange, it's a red. I'm using Barcelona Orange, Hornflower, which is a brown, and there's something wrong with my words. Paprika Red as well. So before I tape it up, I'm just going to work on this section. I want the edges to be slightly darker. So it may have helped that I had actually brought some kind of palette. But hang on, I'll improvise. You're used to me improvising. Let me just move that can. Hopefully I won't get the house covered in paint. So I'm going to go in with darker colours around the edge. Now I might have to do 2 coats, but I might not, depending on the colours. Now I'm not washing my brush, and this is the Hornflower, which is the brown, and I am going to be taking that to the edges. Now I know on the wallpaper wall I'm going to have to probably do 2 coats, but that's okay. I'm all right with that.
Plenty of paint.
Yeah, I've got plenty of paint. So I'm going to be doing the sort of brown into the red like that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll go from that into the paprika and blend that in. And then from that, I want the sort of centre of this fireplace wall to move, kind of blend into the Barcelona Orange. And I am just painting over the wallpaper because really today is a stenciling project. And I know I'm going to like this way more than I already like it. It was always a little bit twee for me with the flowers. It was just a thing I did, and I did it in a spring. Now this is spring as well, I suppose, but I always thought, I always wished it had been slightly darker. So I'm just going to kind of do my usual. If you feel like you need water, then do that, but you're just kind of blending all the colours. I'm going to be blending dark, so whenever I'm dark at this edge, so when I come to this corner here, it's going to be the same sort of deal, so that I'm coming in again with the same sort of colours. So this, nope, Primer Red to here, and then from the Primer Red into the paprika here, like that, back into the Barcelona orange to the centre, like that. And that's how I'm going to just break my walls down into panels. Now, without showing you the good, bad and the ugly, I'm going to put decoupage paper in here. There's a small panel here. There's a great big mirror on that wall there. This window looks like carnage. I think I need to clean it from the outside as well. I've ripped the paper off, which was there, and there. I need to get rid of the rest of that. But the first things I need to do is tape up round about the top. But this is generally what my sort of plan is. It's going to be quite moody, and then we're going to come in and we're going to stencil panels on the walls with all the new stencils. Can't wait. Okay, so I've done all of the wash with the orange and all the other colours around the walls, and it's looking really nice. Some of it's dark, some of it's not dark. I'm going for that sort of sandy, sort of terracotta wall look. So I've done all that. Now I've got one of my Rock the Kasbah Stencils. I'm using tape. I don't know, it'll probably go out the window in about 5 minutes, but at the moment I've got tape. I also want to announce another new decoupage paper while I'm doing this as well. This one here is called Geode, and it is this, and this. So what I'm going to do, because there was originally the wallpaper here, these were wallpapered because these were not the original parts of these old doors. These doors were stripped, but these panels were missing. So I'm going to be cutting the decoupage paper and gluing it into that aperture in the doors. I'm not going to show you me doing that part because you've seen loads of decoupage, or you will by the time the week's over. I will show you what it looks like when it's finished. But let's get on with stenciling. What have I got here? I want it to complement, this is Oxford Navy, this little fireplace. Martin cut me a little fireplace just to fit into this space, just so I could have decor, I think. But it's a really nice little fireplace. So I am going to be using, I want an accent with turquoise. So I think this part here, this top part here is going to be navy, and this part here is going to be turquoise. I think these are the only two parts of this design that are going to be turquoise. Yeah, I think. Now, I'm not using a stencil brush today. I know, fortune favours the bold. To be honest with you, I've been doing so much stenciling that I've kind of exhausted every stencil brush I have known to man. So just remember and do your offloading onto cardboard. And stenciling a wall is no different to stenciling a piece of furniture. It's just the same deal. I'm hoping I don't get bleed through using this silly brush. If I do, I'll be painting this wall out and we won't be talking about it. Do you like that, Martin?
I do.
Yeah.
I think I'm being quite brave, actually.
Yeah?
I think I'm being quite brave, actually.
How?
Well, you know, pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
This is our house.
Oh, let's just jazz it up. If we don't like it, it's only paint we can go
Like
over
you
it
can't,
again.
I can't just stick this in a shed and forget about it, you know.
Well, no, you should stick it in a shed and then sell it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think you'll like it.
I think so too.
I think you already like the colour. You think it's, you said it, you thought it felt warmer.
Oh, the colour's lush.
Mm. So I'm just gently going around it all, trying to avoid that middle section that I want to do turquoise. There's a star pattern in the other one, which I'm going to fit in between each one of those apertures. So what I'm basically going to do with this pattern, I'm hoping I don't get bleed through on this, because really this is a brush that is a ridiculous brush. I don't know why I chose it, and I don't know why I'm on camera with it.
Do you want me to try and get you some stencil brushes?
No, it's fine just now. We'll crack on and we'll see how it all transpires in a minute. Now, I've got my turquoise here. Just remember, an offload is the key. It's the secret. I might just kind of blur in some of that blue. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to do that around here as well. See, here we go. I'm already complicating an issue. Right, let's see how this has came out. Okay, now I am going to do this.
That's nice.
Do you like that, Matt?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a border in here near the end. I'm going to take this up, top of the ceiling, down to, if I can get it down in behind that fireplace, I will, on this wall. There's not much I can do up there. I'll just put a small border and I'll do something. I'll probably run this down. Yeah, I've probably got enough room to do this way and this way, all the way down. I'll run it round in a square there. I won't probably do much. I'm wondering whether... No, I'm not going to get that up there, but I'll do this in a square. This part here in a square, and the part just as you go into the lounge in a square. So I'm going to be a wee hot minute doing this whole thing. But when we come back, obviously we can start here again. This will be dry, and my intention is to... I'm so giddy about the new stencils. There's so much choice. I've got 2 stars.
Which hold up?
Yeah, do you mind, Martin? So I can either put this star here or this one. Oh, I think maybe this one's going to be more of a statement. And I'm going to do this in gold paint. And I think I might do this border in gold as well. I think when you're doing a big room, try and keep it into just 2, as few colours as you can. I've got a rug in this room, and this rug will be staying. So the colours I'm kind of picking for the walls are the colours that are in the rug. So I'm going to get on and I'm going to do this. Then we'll come back and we'll put the stars on. Then we'll put the border on. Okay. I've finished going round the room doing the blue and the turquoise, and now I'm using a copper. It's very subtle, but I don't want it too in your face. I don't want to do too much. And everything that I said before I went off on camera, I didn't do as much as I said because I don't want it looking too much. It can start to look too overdone, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. So I thought a subtle use of the star in this. And I just cut it out of all of the stencils are easy to cut out, because that was one of the things that I said that was, you know, Jamie and I discussed. I said they have to have room to be able to cut them out and use them, because when they're all in one thing, they're more difficult to use. What I will say so far, and I'm not just saying this because they're mine, they match perfectly. They're really easy to put together in a shape, and I was really pleased with how they stenciled. I've not used this one. This is the first time I've actually used it. So, you know, you're seeing it the way I'm seeing it. You know, it's really, really nice. They're really nice to work with. I really like them, and I can think this shape here and the other stars going to be so nice on furniture. So, you know that I'm going to put that round all the shapes. So let's just remove that for a minute, and I'm just going to sit this down because I've already had a paint nightmare a minute ago. I recoated and sealed my little navy fireplace, and I've just dropped a great big splodge of red paint on it. So here I have, the light's not very good, but it's a chocolate brown, which is Hornflower, and Emperor Silk. I want a dark red, a sort of browny red. And now I need to really make sure I've offloaded because I've got an awful lot of paint on my brush. Right, now I'm going to use the border to get in all of these little places that aren't very tidy. So I don't know if you can see this. If I picked the worst place possible, Martin, probably. No, I'll come and do the other side in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this border all the way around this design that I've made. But again, oops, I'm being quite subtle. It's not hugely going to be in your face. Just to make sure you go and everything is going the right way. Oh, now I'm leaning my arm in the paint. I was doing so well. I've had no real disasters with this because it's been so easy to use, but like, see, just keep it there just now. So I'm just going to run this along the top of my fireplace and round all of this, the whole design, because I just want to make it look a little bit like it's not just starting Okay, I'm really going to have to touch on my fireplace now, because now I've just lengthened it with my hand, see? Let me show over here when the light's better. I think it's my eyes, Marty. I find it quite dark here, so...
The camera's picking it up nicely.
That's good, because my eyes are not... It's quite dark, so... And it's not too in your face, this red. That's why I put the brown in it. I want it to be quite subtle. You can see why I want to do that. I don't want that huge big gap between the wall and the stencil work. So just by doing this, it just... Oh, it moved there. It just stops that whole there's nothing kind of thing. And this is quite tasteful almost. That's going to run round like that. I decided I wasn't going to run it down this wall. I thought it was a little bit too much. I have decoupaged the top of this cupboard, which was decoupaged, which had wallpaper on it before. I'll be doing the red stencil down here and the gold stars. I think I'll just kind of make it look like stars. Over here, there's not really huge much I can do with here because a great big gilded mirror goes on here. I will put the red around it. That's why there's that great big nail in there, because we live in a really old cottage and once things are in, they're in. So the mirror will be going back on there on that hook. So I'll do my red around the edges, but I don't think I'll have any room for the gold stars on that panel. Round the window, I'll do the gold stars and I'll, of course, be doing the border in this section here. But Martin, I'll show you just from this sort of angle how it's all kind of coming together. Yeah. I'll keep going. I'll get rid of the red paint on my hands and I'll fix my fireplace that I've just spent so long doing. Okay, so I'll crack on and do that now. Okay, so it really didn't, it took most of yesterday afternoon to do most of the stenciling. Today I've decided I'm going to use decoupage paper to make a frame around here because I really want this to be a sort of focal area. So I've cut out the sides, the bottom border of the geode paper, and I'm going to put this around here like this with Mod Podge. Now, let's just talk paints here. I did this little haul with chalk paint. I'm not intending to seal it. It's not a high traffic area. I don't have any dirty hands on my walls out here. Most of my house is painted with Valspar paint because it's wipeable and washable, and up the stairs where the kids throw cereal bowls and make messes up and spill tea, it can be wiped, but out here should be fine. I have done a place with chalk paint before, but this probably wouldn't be suitable for a bathroom unless you sealed it. You would have to seal it. I'm putting my pieces of decoupage paper on with Mod Podge. It means that later on, I'm not putting so much on that I can't get it back off, but later on, if you really soak your paper and scrape it, it scrapes like any wall. I'm limited with what I can do in my house because it's a listed building. Like, for example, the shutters behind you, they need to be kept like that. The rest of the doors, obviously, they've been all stripped, so I don't want it. It was just these two panels here that I wanted to cover up because they weren't the actual original wood. The wooden floor is being left as it is. I've got the carpet down. The big mirror takes up so much space on this part of the wall that we're not entirely sure what we're going to do with the big mirror. I don't know. Jury's out on the big mirror. But what else did I do yesterday that you didn't see? I've got these shapes that I've cut out of the geode paper as well. And literally what I did was I just folded them in half. I put my glasses on, that might help. Like this. I mean, this is relatively quick. A quick little makeover, but it's a tiny little room. It's just a little, this isn't really so much, this is just a bit to get from A to B, really. It's not, doesn't really have a function or a purpose. It's just, there's no point not having it cute. And I just did what I normally do. Put my Mod Podge on. And now the Mod Podge is giving it a slightly discoloured look round about this when the glue dries, but I'm quite enjoying it because it's given it another element of interest because I can see it round there, and I thought I quite like that dark sort of look. These here are just going to be applied along here, and I repainted all the red that got spilt on my fireplace yesterday.
Yep, fireplace had fresh lick of paint.
That's it. It now had, between the coat it had yesterday and the one it had this morning, it's now had 2 coats of paint. I'm just making sure I've got enough.
And how many did it have originally?
It had one quick coal, and I don't even actually think the fireplace was ever sealed, but now it has been. How did I do that? What I did was I just got my chalk paint and added my top coat sealer to it, and did it all in one, so that it's sealed. It was always really annoying, this fireplace, because when you dusted it, it just caught more dust because it had never been sealed, so the chalk paint just kind of didn't help it along in any way. So I think you understand what I'm doing here. I'm applying this border. I'm covering up the stenciling that I did just because I thought I want something that's going to stand out a little bit more. And I think this will work really nicely. Just making sure it's up high enough. But that's what I'm going to be doing along here. Yeah. The next time you see this, I thought I would get one of these shapes, and I thought that I might try and cut out the light fitting, but I don't want the whole shape, I just want it to here. So what I thought I would do is, I thought I would kind of like roughly measure it by doing this. Let's see if this works. And this is on camera as well, I must be crazy. So I thought if I went across this way, and this way, and this way, so I get a nice fit. But I don't want the whole shape, so I thought maybe, because it's a little bit big for this space, I just thought it would make round. I've only got 2 light fittings in this little house, but I thought it would make it look quite funky. And then that remains to be seen, doesn't it, Martin? Martin really likes it, don't you, Martin?
I do.
I think once it's been staged out, now staging, shop your house. I'm just going to go around my house and find things that I think will go in this room. I'm going to mix new things, antique things, Moroccan things. I'm just going to mix it all together. Like, people always ask me how I would stage things out. Well, you'll see. And obviously I'm in the very fortunate position that I can shop furniture as well. And I know the very piece that I'm going to put there. I had a piece of furniture there, but it's just going out to my studio to get stripped, and it will be recycled, so it's a win-win. But let's just see how this is going to play out. I might need a bigger hole, but it's just so you can see that this will go around it. Now I really need to clean the light fitting.
I think I might get a nice new light switch.
I know it needs a good clean as well, because
it's just, you know,
covered in paint.
Get something funky.
Yeah, but I think you can see what's going to happen here. I'll quickly cut this. I love doing home stuff. Anybody that knows me loves the fact that that's what I do. Spend ages doing little bits in my house because it makes me feel happy. And if you're somebody that likes doing that, I can do more of this. It's just that I'm always so busy doing furniture, but I do a lot just in my own time. Right, okay, we're nearly there now. But I'm going to glue that, clean the plug, the front of the switch, and I'm going to glue that on there like that once I've got it cleaned off. So that's going to look a bit like that. I did the fireplace with the star stencil. I used one of the stars for along here and the other one for here, and I just kept it within the theme and did a little bit there and put a bit of turquoise. I used another part of the Rock the Kasbah, which was beautiful. This is really nice. Can't wait to use it on furniture. I think that just finished it off. Now, the 2 problems that we have in this little room is, 1 is sockets, and 2, this is where our current internet comes in from. We have the box with the router and everything. Now we're about to get, supposedly, it's been going on for ages, super fast broadband, which is going to go into that cupboard. So right now we've got a heck of a lot of wires.
I'm going to network the entire house.
But right now we have all these wires and boxes and plugs and everything all over the floor.
Yeah.
Because there's not much. What I normally do is I hide them under a box and then kind of stack it up and put something nice, but I can't wait for it to go into the cupboard, so I've just got my nice fireplace. So I didn't see the point of carrying the design on down under there, because right now it's going to have something stacked in it. But when I stage it out, you'll see how I managed to get rid of that. The big mirror, I think, I love that mirror, but it's just, I think it's maybe just too big for the space. I'm not entirely sure, so that maybe have to get recycled somewhere else right now. But apart from that, it's nearly done. I'm just going to stage it out now. Oscar's asleep, so I've got a little bit of time while that happens. And then I'm going to finish off putting these half shapes down this wall, I think, because I thought that looked quite nice. But apart from that, I've got the border, these shapes are down here, the rest's been stenciled, this has been done, it's at staging, okay? Okay, so my little haul makeover is finished. I just styled it out with some bits and pieces that I found, you know, to shop your house. If you're anything like me, you've probably got lots of different things you could take and it doesn't even look like something's been taken. Do I like this? Yeah, I do. Is the Rock the Kasbah stencil really easy to use? Yeah, it is. Now, I did mine quite neat, but you can distress it. You could have went back over with the oranges and browns to kind of distress it. If you're looking for a more muted look or paler colours, you could just use paler colours. But this is how it looks. I put the ugly box back down there, at least to hide all the wires right now until the new internet comes with the router. There's not really much I can do about that. I put some simple stuff here, simple stuff over there, and I'll show you the other side of the room. I'll get Martin to whiz by it because he's sitting on everything over the other side right now. But that's been it for today's Made by Marley Make. Tune in tomorrow for more things